Welcome to the NBA Finals edition of Secure the Bag. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Strizzy. What's up, Slack fan? Welcome back, baby.
What's good? So, in honor of the NBA Finals starting today, we figured we would try a first of its kind. We always do Secure the Bag each week for our NFL Pick'em. But, of course, it's the deep in the offseason, the NFL. So we figure why not try our hand at a little bit of NBA Secure the Bag. We're going to go through the Finals Game 1. We're going to make our picks for obviously the game, but also we're going to do some player props and have a little fun with that and create a little, maybe like a 5, 6, 7 leg parlay to see how it goes today. So that's what's up. Strizzy, how you feeling though? You excited?
I'm feeling good, man. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple of lays already in here. So, what I'm saying? We'll see if we can take the ones I really like from that and see, like you said, see if we can put something together, win some money for the people. You know what I'm saying?
That would be super dope. So, it'll just be a quick one. We'll knock this out 20, 30 minutes at the most, depending on how, what I'm saying, sometimes we get a little long-winded, and that's okay. But, we appreciate y'all being with us either live or later on. We do have Pops in the building. Pops rung the bell. Good afternoon, Pops. Welcome to the show. Definitely interested to hear what he's feeling for tonight's game. So let's go ahead and take a look at the matchup. We got the Mavericks obviously visiting the Celtics, and we have the Celtics as 6.5-point favorites tonight, and the over/under is 216.5 points. So, let's start off with the against the spread. How are you feeling about Celtics at 7.5?
I actually like the Mavericks at plus 6.5. Reason being is both of these teams have had a ton of time off. You know what I mean? Like, the finals is going to start this upcoming or today, no matter what. But both of these teams practically swept their opponents in the Eastern and Western Conference Finals. So I'm actually so I'll let you go first, but I'm thinking Mavericks at plus 6.5 to keep it tight, and I'll expand a little bit more on the over/under when we get there. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling the same. I think the Mavericks should be able to keep this one close. They're a little bit fresher off of that. And the Celtics have had trouble in all of their game ones.
Yeah,
sure. They almost lost game 1 to the Pacers. They've kind of had some interesting ones, and they haven't been tested like we've talked about this whole playoffs. They haven't had quite that same level of competition that the Mavericks have. So I'm also going with the Mavs. And I'll throw my under out there my over/under out there real quick. I think it's going to be the under, kind of because of that lull that you talked about. I think the scoring will be a little bit down, and everybody will try to be figuring out defensively, but what do you have for the over/under?
Agreed. That's exactly what I want to get into. So the reason why I picked the Mavs at plus 6.5 is I think the game's going to be really, really tight. I think both of these teams are going to come out kind of flat. So I'm thinking a low scoring first quarter as well. They're going to be learning each other, figuring out who Granted, they see each other in regular season too, but playoffs is always different. So I'm thinking under as well. I'm thinking kind of a first kind of sluggish game, and because it's going to be a little bit sluggish, that's why I really like the Mavs in this one.
Yeah, I feel it. Same thing. Pop says he's got the Mavs to win outright. And I do hope they come out and shock them in game 1. I don't know, but I definitely think 6.5 is a big favorite for the Celtics. They're actually highly favored on paper in this game. So
big time.
Very interesting to see. All right, let's get into the player props real quick. We're going to start with the away team and just go one by one, give our quick takes on these. And you can go ahead and do all three if you want to. I'll kind of do the same, and I'll try to track them. But we got Luka. I think these lines are kind of high for him. I know they're expecting a lot, and I know he puts up a lot of stats, but they have Luka at 31.5 points, 9.5 rebounds, and 8.5 assists. How are you feeling about Luka's player props if you were to have to take the overs or unders?
Yeah, man. For his points, I'm thinking under tonight. I think he's going to hit around 30 or maybe 29. Celtics are going to throw everything at him. They're going to throw multiple defenders at him. They're going to double team him a lot, which is why I'm also expecting for his rebounds and his assists to go over, or at least to meet. So I'm expecting the triple-double tonight for him. I'm definitely thinking the 10 rebounds is going to hit, and the assists, I'm thinking the 9 or 10 as well, because he's going to be passing a lot. I think he's going to pass out a lot of those double teams. So expect a lot from Kyrie as well, and PJ Washington. So I'm taking the under on his points and the over on his rebounds and assists.
Nice. Okay, I'm kind of thinking similarly. I'm going under on the points only because that's just such a high number, especially to start off with. Yeah. I know when he gets into it, gets deeper in the series, when he starts to kind of take over, he'll start hitting those threes, he'll start hitting higher points. But I feel like you said, like this first game is going to be more of a feeling out. Boston's going to throw everything defensively at him because they know that he's the one they need to stop. So I do have him as under as points. I got him going over for the rebounds, or I'm sorry, I got him going under for the rebounds as well.
Okay.
I have him going over for the assists. So I have under, over. I think at 10 assists, but I think the rebounds might be a little bit tough too because depending on how he's feeling, I think he might want to try to stay out of the mix a little bit.
Yeah.
So I have like Luka kind of like a prize fighter in this game, coming out slow, really just seeing what's going on and being a little bit more reserved than we normally see him. So
yeah.
I got under, and then over for these. But that'll be really good. But one thing I will say, though, especially with the NBA, betting lines for the finals, just kind of like the Super Bowl, too, the over-under, the player props, they get really extreme with them.
Yeah,
and I feel like it's because there's not as much action out there. Like in the regular season, like you would never see Luka's like stat line look like this. You know, it's just off of the straight lines. You could obviously adjust your lines if you want to, but normally, you know, you can get better odds or better over-unders than this in a regular game when there's action going on. There's multiple games every night. All right. Pop says Luka will hit all of those.
Okay.
So he's got him going crazy. I do think he's going to have to take over, but I don't know if it's going to be tonight.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we have Kai. I switched these up a little bit. We have points at 23.5, assists at 4.5, and steals at 1.5. I threw that in there just because it's a little bit something different.
Yeah.
He won't always be doing as much rebounding. For me, I have the points and the assists going over. Actually, I have him going all three over on all three of these. I think that Kyrie's going to really try to impact the game. And as Luka might be taking a little bit of a step back, I feel like Kyrie is going to be a little bit more aggressive in this first game.
Yeah, I feel you on this one, man. I'm kind of with you. The points I'm going over. The assists, I got him at 4. For some reason that the half bothers me a little bit. I just, like I said, I just think he's going to do a lot more scoring tonight. I think I don't think Luka's going to necessarily defer to him, but I think Kai wants to like put it on these guys. Like I think Kai wants to remind them like what y'all could have been, what y'all could have had if I would have kept it around and messed with me a little bit. And the steals as well. I think Kai wants to just, like I said, put a stamp on this game all over. Point scoring and defensively, and whoever he's going to be guarding. I think he's going to put like that actual defense on him. Like Kai is when he plays defense, he's really, really good. The problem is he picks and chooses when he wants to play it, but when he plays it, like he's actually a really good defender. So over on steals, under assists, and over on points.
All right, I like it. Pops has got the over on all three of those as well for Kyrie.
I hope so. I hope Pops is absolutely right. I hope they just beat them down tonight.
That would be so dope. That would be so dope. All right, last we got the wingman for the Mavs, PJ Washington. A little bit lower, but this is going to be key, right? Because he's one of those X factors. His production is really going to help a lot. So for this one, I pulled up points 11.5, rebounds 5.5, and threes at 2.5. Strizzy, give me your takes on PJ Washington.
Yeah, man. All right. I'm looking for a bounce back for PJ. He didn't play as well in the Western Conference Finals as he did the semis. He was an absolute monster against the Thunder. But I really, really, really like his over on all three of these. I'm thinking he's going to hit about 15 points tonight. I think he does get like about 6 rebounds. I think he's going to actually hit like right on the money. And then for threes, I'm thinking 3 or 4. I think he has a really, really this game. It kind of shows out and helps Luka with those assists tonight.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm going the same. I think the rebounds is the one I'm the sketchiest about here. Yeah. And it depends, right? Because if Luka hits his over, there's only so many rebounds to go around.
For sure.
And everybody else will be grabbing some. Gafford will be grabbing some. So PJ, I think he could get in the mix there though too. So I'm going over with all of those as well with you. But the rebounds, I'm a little bit more weary about. But it's only at 5.5, so he should be able to snag those. Like you said, he's looking to really put his stamp and be a little bit more impactful than he was in the Western Conference Finals, because before that, the second half of the season and those early rounds, he was really showing out. So I think he's going to want to get back to that. Pops is going over for all three of those. All right. Let's go to the Celtics. We got our boy Tatum. Points 27.5, rebounds 9.5, and assists at 5.5.
Yeah, let's see. I like the over for points and rebounds, under for the assists. I think he's going to really kind of take this series to heart, right? They got their butts beat in when they had to play against the Warriors. The saying around him has basically been like you disappear in elimination games, you don't play well in game sevens, and all that kind of fun stuff. And when you get to the finals and you lose, it hurts. You know what I'm saying? And you might not never get a chance to go back, and here they are again just a couple years later. So I like the over in points. I think he's going to be really aggressive. So he's either going to go way over that, or he's going to have a really bad shooting night and be way under. But I think he goes over. He's been a rebounding machine in this playoff so far. So I think they keep that. Our coaching keeps him rebounding, and then the under on the assists.
Yeah, I feel you. Actually, I'm the same. Same. I think he's definitely going to score a lot of points. He'll get those boards because he's going to be in the mix. So I definitely have him down for a double-double. Yeah. But the assists, I don't think he's going to be looking to defer. I think he's going to let the playmakers make the plays a little bit more so, and he's going to just go off. And also, I don't think that the Mavericks are going to necessarily box him in and put him in a position to make a lot of plays and set up a lot of guys. I think they're going to kind of just let him do his thing, expecting that that's what he's going to do,
Exactly. And that's probably the smart thing to do. You got to remember this Celtics team, man, they're a live by the three, die by the three type team. So you can't double him because he will make the right play. You don't really need to double him either. Honestly, he's not the best shooter. He's a great scorer, but he's not the best shooter. So you don't have to double him. Let him do his thing. If he gets 30 and you keep everybody else at bay, that's fine.
Yep, I feel it. Pops has got him on under on all of these. I definitely think he's going to hit the points, Pops, but we'll see, though. But, yeah, if he has a bad night, it could be a little bit ugly for the Celtics. Also, one thing I wanted to note, too, is Porzingis is slated to play.
Yeah.
And so they are taking odds on him. I left him out of the Celtics trio only because I didn't want to see something happen where he doesn't play as a game-time decision, or he only plays like part of the first quarter and then really sits. So I'm not ready to kind of throw him in that mix just yet. But if he does play a lot, he could impact those rebounds. Yeah. So we'll see. All right. Next up, we got JB. We got Jaylen Brown. Points 23.5, rebounds 6.5, and steals at 1.5. For me, I just want to jump in on this one. I'm going over for all three of these. I feel like Jaylen Brown is like, sometimes he becomes the Batman. Like sometimes he kind of takes over the show, even though he's typecast as like that second fiddle guy. Yeah. But he doesn't have those same stigmas as JT does as far as like in the big moment. He's always gonna put his up. 100%. So for his points, rebounds, and steals, I'm going over for all of those. Again, the rebounds is kind of sketchy, but I think he's gonna really want to put his stamp on this game. So I'm going over all three on these.
I got you. That's what's up. Yeah, man, I'm with you on that. To me, when he got paid, I was a little skeptical, but I'm so glad he came through this season. You know what I mean? Like he's definitely, arguably, I think the highest paid player right now in the league right now after that contract he got this year or close to it. Yeah. But he delivered. You know what I mean? A lot of people questioned it. He delivered. And he's been really good in these game ones. He's been their high point man. So I'm going over as well. If the rebounds were at 6, I would say over. But I'm not really feeling the 7. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna take him under. He can get it though. He's a great rebounder too, especially for a shooting guard. But I'm gonna go under. I'm kind of expecting Horford to get some rebounds. I don't expect Porzingis to get a lot. I think they don't want him banging down low with Gafford and Lively, so I expect him to be under. So the rebounds will be there, but the 7 bothers me a little bit
of a stretch.
Yeah, I like it for 6, and then the steals. Yeah, he's definitely getting 2 steals easy.
All right, I love it. Okay, Pops is with you on that one. He goes over as well for Jaylen Brown. Okay, our last player props that we're gonna do. We've got points 14.5, assists 4.5, and threes 2.5 for Derek White. I think he's definitely an X factor. That's why I wanted to throw him in as that third one. He doesn't have the star power, but if you watch basketball, you know the impact he makes on the game. So I'll let you go first on this one. I'm interested to see how you're feeling on these.
Yeah. This one is tricky for me. I kind of want to see how they play him. I think he's going to play a lot of like defense in this. So I like the under points, over assists, over threes.
Got you.
But the points is going to be like close. Like he's going to have like 13 or 14, right? Just for easy buckets. He's going to nail 3 threes, maybe 4. And then I like the assists on like just easy, quick steal, transition type stuff. I like the over on assists.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm kind of the same way. I had this going under, over as well. Yeah. The only thing that scares me, though, is he gets those 3 threes. That's 9 points right there. He only needs a couple more buckets. But like you said, I think this is going to be a really close one. This shows why the sports books know what they're doing, because I have a feeling he's going to end up one or either at 15 or
Right.
14 or 13.
Exactly. I completely agree with you. Watch.
But I'm gonna roll with you on this one though. I'm going points under, and then I'm going over on the assists and the threes.
Yeah.
I do think he'll get a few of those open looks, but he'll start off setting people up, so he'll definitely get the assists.
For sure. He gets less shot attempts when JT does a lot of scoring, and I just feel like JT is going to be really aggressive tonight, so he might not get as many of his looks that he usually takes. So I think he might be a little bit more of a just kind of I don't say a spot up 3-point shooter tonight, but I think that's going to be kind of like what he's at tonight.
Got you. Okay. So this is what I want to try to do. So we've made all of our picks. And so what I have next year is like I have a kind of like a combination, right? Mm-hmm. And so what I want to do is, if you want, we can go back through the players real quick, but I want you to pick like your highest confidence score for each of those, or like pick one in each category. So however you want to do it. I know we already said we had the Mavericks on. We both had the Mavericks on the money line. But how would you want to do this? Like, do you need to go back and look at them, or do you want to?
No, I think I'm straight.
Okay. So who do you got for? Hold on, let me put my Mavs one in real quick.
Yeah.
And now, okay, so points. Who is your like your lock for that to build?
I like PJ Washington tonight. I think he's at 11.5 right now. I love that for him. I think he's going to knock down at least 3 to 4 threes. So I think he's going to get his points and threes alone tonight. And then just the easy buckets and the alley-oops they've been throwing to these guys lately, I think PJ definitely gets his for sure.
Got you. Okay, for me, I'm going with the Kyrie at 23.5.
Yeah, that's my second best one. So I like that one too.
Yeah, I think that should be a good one. But I feel you though too. PJ Washington, he's definitely going to come out, and that's a low total for him to get.
It's because he had such a bad Western Conference Finals. Like he's been sitting at like 15, 16, 17 for the primary of the playoffs. So we'll see. We'll see who's guarding him too. You know, if they got Al Horford guarding him, he's gonna go to work.
Right, and that's the fun part, I guess, is like there's gonna be some surprises in here because we don't really know how these teams are gonna approach each other when it comes down to this final series. So that's gonna be a good one. All right, let's go back to boards. Do you need to see anybody else for rebounds?
No, you're good. I got mine. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah. For me personally, I really like Luka's rebounds in this one. Like I said, I think he's gonna do a little bit of everything tonight. So I really like his 9.5 boards. I'm good with him getting 10 tonight. So I like Luka for rebounds.
That's what's up. So for mine rebounds, I'm gonna go with PJ.
Yeah.
Even though he's making me a little bit nervous, but 5.5, I think he should be fine with that.
He should get that.
I'm gonna go with PJ for mine. Pop says I don't know the odds. I'm just guessing, but he is throwing his out there. Mavs, Luka, and he's got Luka for the boards as well. Let's see. Assists. Who did you like for assists?
I lost him, but give me 1 second. I like Drew Holiday for assists. I think he's at 4.5 or 5 or 5.5, but let me double check just to be sure. But I really like Drew for his assist tonight. I think he's gonna, like you said, he's gonna do the playmaking, right? We're gonna see, JT kind of just do the scoring and things of that nature. And Drew, give me Drew for 4.5.
4.5. Okay, cool. All right, I like that. I am gonna go with Derek White at 4.5. Nice. But I definitely think both of them will be coming through.
Oh, agreed.
That should be some good ones there. But we got the Celtics on their assists on both of those. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Pops is still going with Luka.
Great picks. Great picks.
Let's do the steals. I don't know if you've got one. I'm going to go with Jaylen Brown for my steals at 1.5. I think he should be able to get that.
Perfect. I was going to go the opposite of whoever you chose, whether it was Jaylen Brown or Kyrie. I got Kyrie at 1.5. I think he gets his 1.5 steals too. Okay,
cool. And again, all of these are overs for this, like just to clarify that, but you can take an under if you want to, but I know we're going on the overs on all these so far. Next up for threes. This one's kind of an interesting one.
Yeah. Kind of like I was talking about. I like PJ, man. I like PJ. I can't remember if it's over under for threes is 2.5 or 1.5, but let me double check.
It's 2.5. It's 2.5.
Okay, yeah. I have him getting 3 tonight, or at least 3. In both my lays. So I don't know. I think he has a really good game, so I'm thinking PJ.
So PJ at 2.5 threes.
Yeah.
I was gonna look and see what Kyrie's were. I didn't have it listed here. I was gonna really check because I know when he starts hitting his threes, he's at 2.5 as well.
Yeah, he's at 2.5 as well. I take that easy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Kyrie for that at 2.5 on the threes.
You know what? Do me a favor. Take my my PJ off. I'm gonna keep his points. I'm gonna go Luka. Luka, he's sitting at 3.5. But I think he grabs the 4 tonight. I don't know why. I just
because when he starts flashing, like he doesn't care where he shoots from. He doesn't need a lot of lift on his shots. Like he's good.
He's gonna get him no matter what. I like Luka 3.5.
All right, that's what's up. So I'm gonna do something really quickly. I don't know if you want to just give a few takes on the game real quick, but what I want to try to do is calculate the odds real quick if I can for our lays real quick.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, man. So we're talking about this game or whatever. Obviously, it's game 1 tonight. I really do think that the Celtics have. I think everyone's thinking the Celtics are going to win. I think they're thinking the Celtics are either going to win early, like 5 games, something of that nature, or if it goes to 7, they're thinking like the Mavs, right? I think it's kind of the consensus all around. But I like the Mavs regardless. I just feel like when the Celtics have to play gritty teams, defensive-minded teams, physical teams, they don't play well against them. They have good defenders, on-ball defenders, but they're a very finesse team. They like shooting the 3 ball. They don't really live in the paint. And the Mavs do. The Mavs love getting points in the paint, and they have 2 of the best shooters in the world, honestly, with Kyrie and Luka. Just best square, and they have the best closers. We're talking about closing these games. The Celtics really struggled against bad teams, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, could have easily been down 3-1 to the Pacers. He could have easily gone down 2-1 really early too against Cleveland as well. So
true.
I just really think for some reason that they've got their work cut out for them. If they think it's going to be easy, I think the Mavericks got something for them. And it's not even just my hate for the Celtics. I think the Mavs have a really, really good shot in this, and I hope they can get it done.
I hope so too. I think that they do have that chance. And like Pops is saying, Pops is giving some good comments over here. Mavs backcourt comes out strong. Yeah, the 2 of them is just such a great combination. Kyrie has that experience. Luka doesn't quite, but he doesn't need it. Like, he's coming to the game with experience. Like, at this point in his career. Pops also has Mavs 128-106. He says they're, the Celtics are getting blown out tonight. Yeah, and I would love that, especially if it just came out like, we're just, just kind of take the Celtics off guard, which they kind of have been in some of those early games. So,
and I don't trust Joe. I don't trust him. You know what I mean? Like, he has the best team on paper in the NBA, right? Like, I don't trust Mazzulla. I just don't trust him. So, like, I know Jason Kidd, hasn't necessarily been coaching for an extremely long time, but he's still super smart. He's proven that he can coach in this league, and hats off to the Mavericks, ownership as well. Mark Cuban, like, I'd say they're a smaller market team, man, and this is their 3rd finals in 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's what's up. That's big. It's not easy to get here, and they have to go a lot in the West. And 3rd time, man, they're going. They're 1-1, trying to get that 3rd one. So let's see if they can get it done.
I love it. All right, let me just finish mine real quick. I only have to put, I think, my player threes. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm missing one. I got Derek White. I got Jaylen Brown on here. I got Kyrie for threes for over. PJ Washington. Dang, what am I missing? Jaylen Brown steals. No, I got that. 1, 2.
The spread?
Oh no, I got them all. My bad. Okay. So what I did really quickly is I made these on FanDuel. And let me just pop this in here real quick. And so it won't look the prettiest, but let me just throw our betting slips on here real quick. So we each got a 6-game parlay or six leg parlay on here. And here we go. So we can just see the odds for fun. This is on the real odds. These are our real stats. Strizzy's on the left there. He's got the Mavericks, PJ Washington for points, Luka for threes, Luka for rebounds, Drew for assists, and Kyrie Irving for 2 steals. a $10 wager would win $470.
Nice.
And then for mine, I guess I was a little bit more conservative in my picks based on the actual odds. But I have Derek White for assists, Jaylen Brown for steals, Mavs with the spread, Kyrie over for points for threes, and PJ Washington on the rebounds. A $10 wager would win $329. So
I like that, though. That just means your bet's a little bit more likely to hit. You know what I'm saying? So
we'll see. We'll see, though. We'll see if both of these hit. I might just have to throw $1 on each of these, just for the sake of it, just to put these out there, just, put our money where our mouth is a little bit. But, I definitely appreciate y'all rocking with us on this time. We're just – oh, you're going to capture that? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put 5 on each, see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
There we go. Okay, I'm going to ride with you. We're going to put these together. Yeah. But I think that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, boy, A-Dub froze up a little bit.
There you go.
I think you froze up. I mean, maybe I froze up for you, but one of us froze.
It's because that FanDuel is still open. I need to shut that down real quick.
Right.
Trying to run ads in the background, but yeah, definitely we'll throw a few on this, and then we'll see if we can get together and do it for at least one more game during these finals. But I wanted to do something a little bit special to celebrate that starting off and do an NBA edition of Secure the Bag. So that's what's up.
Absolutely.
We'll go ahead and leave it right there, though. But I hope everybody enjoys the game, and maybe we'll get a little pocket change, you know what I'm saying, for the weekend. So that's what's up. But until next time, next week is episode 250 of Say Like a Champ. So still figuring out what we're gonna do for that, but it's gonna be something. Definitely make sure you're here with us on Tuesday night. But until then, that was Secure the Bag NBA's Finals Edition. It's your boy A-Dub
and your boy Strizzy.
Peace.